Cavs are back. How we doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing great. I saw the wildest shit today at the rec gym.
Yeah, I will say, like, if anyone is here being like, Steve always has a story. Is Steve really balling? Is he really getting out there? Is he fabricating some of this? I will say, I feel like for 2 straight weeks now, I've gotten at least like right around 9 a.m. a shot of the rim on Instagram.
You see what I'm saying?
He's putting up the evidence, or he got like a couple pictures he took at once.
Yeah,
nah, I'm there. I'm there early. Yeah, I went there really early today. I went there at 6 a.m. And then when I went there, like at 6:30, I would say somebody came in. Dude had cones, a duffel bag, like he had all this crazy shit. And he took a tennis ball and he's throwing the shit like off the wall while dribbling it with one hand. So I'm like, yo, what's up with this guy? So I'm like, hey man, if you need some help, like I can help you. You know what I mean? And he's like, nah, my trainer's coming. I'm like, man, what?
How old is this dude?
He looked like he was like at least like mid-20s. He didn't look like crazy old.
This is my question. Well, what are you trying to achieve here? Like,
that shit is crazy.
Where are you going? So at the gym that Justin plays this gym occasionally too. There's a similar situation where this guy shows up with a duffel bag and cones, and there's somebody else is usually with him, and he's basically like running like curls for like 35 minutes. He's like coming around the foul line and like catch and shoot, and I'm just like, why? What are you doing? Like, if you shoot 80% from this spot in a rec league game, where does that get you? Like, what kind of return is coming back from this effort? And if you aren't the best player in the rec league after putting in this work, then really, what are we doing? Like, are you just trying to be like mid-level in the rec league? Because I don't know. I don't think you're coming to that gym to like maybe get one more crack at a 10-day. You know?
Yeah, you doing all this work, and then some dude who just smoked weed outside comes in.
But I just want to say one thing: if I was capping about these stories, I would look lit. Usually, I'm getting my ass busted. You feel me? Like I would be popping. I would have caught a nigga with a hezzy spin move, pulled it back, pointed, jaded. I'm getting my ass busted in these stories, so they are 100% true. Like.
Have you been, Justin, have you been playing at all? Or I know you were isolating a little bit. Did you like create a hamper hoop or anything? Did you get some like laundry shots up?
Nah, I went up. I haven't hooped but like once or twice in the last week or so.
Yeah,
like the new year threw off my gym plan. So truly, I have no pickup stories. Mostly, I shoot around at the gym at the hours that are specifically no one else is on the court with me.
Ideal. That's the ideal basketball scenario. Joey said, Mike, have you been getting shots up for Springfield? That's right. We're like a month away from this Top Shot game at the Hall of Fame. So I haven't gotten any shots up in the last 2 weeks. I tell you what I've been. You know what I've been doing though? So for like a month straight, all I was doing was shooting threes. I wasn't doing anything else. I was like, I'm just going to shoot 90% from three. I'm going to be the old guy at the YMCA. This is just jacking up 3-pointers. What I've been doing the last 2 weeks since I couldn't get shots up, a lot of cardio. I'm like now low key trying to take care of myself and get into shape. I had this like realization looking at old people over the holidays where I was like, maybe I need to do plant-based. Maybe I need to go full Chris Paul. I haven't gotten there yet, but at least I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But no shots have gotten up yet. Oh, look at Stubbs. Stubbs, he's like, fuck basketball. Does Ronnie Cortado have a new album coming out this year? That's what Stubbs wants to know.
Absolutely. It's in the works. Absolutely.
There we go. I love that. We like cut to the meat of it. All right. Speaking of seeing some crazy shit at the gym, Houston Rockets, how we doing?
What part about it?
Hey man. Shout out Kevin Porter Jr., bro. He a real one, man. Nah, son, he need help. He's always wilding.
That's the rub with these situations, right? Where I do want to make fun of it, that because I understand having a tough day and then halfway through the day being like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to bed. Like I've had that, right? Where I was like, I can't work the second half of today. I have a cold now, boss, and I need to go home. And I know that's kind of what Kevin did at halftime. Somebody said something he didn't like, and he was like, you know what? I'm on it. This is the other thing that's bugging me with this a little bit. they're intentionally a bad team, right? Like they're not trying to win games. So like, are you mad at Kevin Porter Jr., coach, or are you mad at the situation that you're in right now that like from the top down, you're being told to lose?
Hey, wait, don't forget they won 7 straight at one point.
They
They
did.
had the worst record, and then they pulled off 7 straight. I think right now they have currently lost like 8 straight.
Yes.
Or something. But they had a 2-week stretch where the Rockets were competitive.
They were.
I think what really happened was, for what I was looking at when I was like looking at the game, they was getting their ass busted hard body. And I guess when they went in the locker room, that shit just hit Kevin, like everything. The fact that they was getting their ass busted, the fact that it might be Jalen's team, that he remembered the shit in the locker room in Cleveland. I think it just all hit him, and then he was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going home. This shit don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was wild though to see less than 24 hours later Antonio Brown being like, hold my beer. like Kevin Porter Jr. at least waited till he got into the locker room to call it quits. Antonio Brown was like, I want everyone to see this. I'm gonna take my shirt off. And he absolutely was flexing a little bit too when he took his shirt off. Like that was not a casual lift. Like I was like, dude, come on, I get it. You have like 11 abs. Come on. Yeah, that was nuts. But also, like, I know Kevin Porter Jr. getting most of the love, but I feel like we need an exclusive from Justin here because of Christian Wood.
Detroit basketball.
I mean, how are we feeling?
Hey, I mean, look, he ain't on the Pistons. He ain't been on the Pistons. Now I can call him an empty stats all-star. That all-star is strong words. My man is okay. Christian Wood is gonna be like 32, and he's gonna be like a dude who's like JaMychal Green on the Clippers team.
Perfect.
He comes in and you're like, oh, he's solid, I guess.
But like the difference is, I think JaMychal Green can do that on good teams. Do you think Christian Wood could ever do that on a good team?
I don't think Christian Wood has ever had to do that on a good team. But yeah, man, he refused to come in the game in the second half because he's mad he didn't start.
Yeah, I think like because of the altercation, from what I was seeing on Twitter, which verified sources, what happened at halftime and result of that was they were like, we're not going to start you for the second half. That's like your punishment. And he was like, okay, well, I'm not going to play the second half then. So when they went to like pull him in, he was like, nah, I'm good. Which again, that's an incredible flex to be a professional basketball player. Your coach come over on not national TV, regional television, and someone be like, all right, Christian, come on, we need you. And he's like, I'm good. I'm good.
All I know is somewhere in the DMV, John Wall is laughing while smoking a Black and Mild. Because there's nothing else he could do, man.
One of you guys sent that, right? There were to the thread, right, where someone found out someone was at a bar with John Wall when they found out that he was
it was in the DMV too. That's why.
Yeah, that's back when he was in the Wizards. Apparently, he's out there. But we have to talk about like the reason they blew up is because Silas was mad at his team because they gave up 47 in the second quarter, which is a wild amount of points. 47 points.
To like Will Barton, right? It wasn't even Jokic going wild. It was Facundo Campazzo who had like a monster game.
For reference, the Nuggets then scored 47 points in the second half, but they scored that in the second quarter.
Do you think? Yeah. Oh wait, they scored. I thought you said they scored 47 in the third quarter. They scored 47 in the second half.
Yeah, they scored 47 total in the second half.
Yeah,
because they already scored 47 in the second quarter, so they didn't need to do much more to win the game.
Do you think Jalen Green right now is just kind of like rubbing his hands together, just being like, I'm about to get up 35 shots a game with Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood out for a little bit?
He's probably scared. He's a child. He's on a team that's really just the wildest shit you could be on right now. Like this team is wild. So if I know him, his little San Fernando, whatever bullshit part of California he's from, that motherfucker shook, bro. That's my man's though. Because he putting up buckets. He's putting up buckets.
They're playing Philly tonight, and I imagine he's going to get up a ton of shots. Because if you lose Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood, that's at least like 30 shots that are gone. And although Eric Gordon's playing tonight, and I'm sure Eric Gordon's right now, every day Eric Gordon gets up and he's like, today I'm gonna get traded. And he's like, I'm gonna get up as many threes as I can so they send me somewhere else. Like he's like, I'm all about my own trade value.
It's wild, man. But the whole team is wild. John Wall not playing. Eric Gordon is on that Udonis Haslam, I think. Or he just gonna be on the roster for the next 10 years. He just keeps seeing him. He's like, what? Why is he?
It's true.
If you told me 3 every month.
Yeah. If you told me Eric Gordon was 38 or 28, I'd buy both. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea how old he is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that team's a mess. I feel bad for the older dudes though. Like, Daniel Tice, who's on that team, and he's used to being like like he's a role player on a good team, and now he's down in Houston, where it's just a shit show all over the place.
You know what? Nah, I don't feel bad for Daniel Tice because Daniel Tice used to sit there like, yeah, man, I'm a starting center in the NBA. Like, what team? No matter. Yeah, I'm starting. I was going against AD, Joel Embiid. Like, look, when he looks up, he's a starter. It don't matter if they ain't winning no games.
Yo, bro, imagine being at the bar and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a starter in the NBA. What team, dog? Shh, relax. We are details. I'm 6'11". I promise you, I'm in the NBA. Just relax, dog."
Yeah, if he asked me that, and I'd be like, Madrid, Barcelona. Where are you? Where are you starting power forward, Mr. Tyson?
This guy Mike almost killed it though.
Man.
But you know who's been killing it though, for real? Let's give it up for Compton's finest. You feel me? The big crip, DeMar DeRozan. I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna come clean. Listen to me, because I have a hot take, and the fans might go crazy on me. Y'all might go crazy on me. If we talking MVP. You feel me? Talking about MVP this year. You feel me? Talking about Steph. You feel me?
Seth Curry?
No, not Steph Curry. Steph. You feel me? My man Giannis. Okay. You gotta put DeMar top 3, boy, because that team was really nowhere last year. Sure, they got other pieces. They got my man Lonzo. You feel me? Caruso. You feel me? My man from Orlando Magic that I can't pronounce his last name, but he putting up buckets. But DeMar is the centerpiece. Come on, back-to-back game winners. And he was coming off of seasons where people's like, oh, my son garbage, my son washed. He is balling and first place. Stop playing with my man. Yo, put some respect on Compton's finest. Let's go.
Dude, I got to take a huge L on this because I was like, they overpaid him. Like, why did they give him this deal? Chicago ain't gonna, this is not gonna play defense. Like, this team's gonna suck. I've been so wrong. And they've been like ravaged by COVID. They've been like overcoming a lot. I mean, granted, the NBA canceled a lot of their games too, so they didn't get too screwed. But man, they really look good. And DeRozan, like, I don't know. Frank, my friend, texted me a couple days ago, and he was like, "You got to start thinking about DeRozan for MVP." And I was like, like, pump the brakes. Like, we'll see, like where the Bulls are. And then I looked, and I was like, "Oh shit, the Bulls are in first place." Like, yeah, we do have to consider the best player on the best team, right? Like, I think you're right. I think I'm still putting Steph, Giannis, Jokic, and KD probably ahead of him, but he's right there. Like, he's at least in the conversation for me.
Yeah, he's putting himself in that conversation.
Yeah,
which is the impressive part. Because I know he was in San Antonio, and we just kind of like we wrote him off as like whatever.
Yeah,
the Spurs they'll win a certain amount of games, and nobody wants to watch him. You see him here, like he's like at or above career highs in terms of points. Like he hit 2 game-winning threes. My man shoots like 1 3 a game. And he's out here truly very much so. Like, that was the whole thing. He doesn't take threes. He takes a lot of 2s. But hey, if it works, it works. He gets
how about the balls on that Pacers game winner? So this is like the 2 game winners ago, where like he had plenty of time to create a shot. And he like slowly walked into a 1 footer off balance 3-pointer like it was normal. And I was like, he actually like slowed down to make sure he could do the 1 foot. I was like, that's a nice shot, man.
Yeah, I think I saw a tweet. I can't remember from what player, but it was like, yeah, Yeah, he ain't know what the clock was at because he took that shot early as hell.
He didn't know where the clock
It was
was at.
it was one of those buzzer beaters that went in at the buzzer because he straight up like it was a high arc too. He had a chance to like get two, 3 more dribbles, but he was like, nah.
He's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Hold on.
Have you ever seen the like Zach Levine in that shit? He's like confused but happy. He was like, "Wait, what?" And then when it goes in, he's like, "All right, cool. I guess we
Yeah.
won." He was like, "Why would you take that shot right there?"
We had this coach when I played soccer in school that would always. There was this guy Andy on our team, and he always referred to Andy as no, yes. Where like most of Andy's moves, they were like, no, come on, you're all right. Like you're like, this is bad.
Exactly
This
what we
is
wanted.
Yeah, I'm in on the Bulls, man. They're fun. And I was looking at the Eastern Conference, right? So the Bulls are in first right now, but like a half game. Then you have the Nets, the Bucks, the Heat. I know the Cavs are in fifth, but like the Cavs are just like they lost Rubio now, they lost Sexton. They're just kind of. I feel bad for them.
Rondo.
I mean, they do have Rondo. They do have Rondo now.
Rajon in the building.
But I mean, those four have kind of like separated themselves a little bit, right? Like those are the 4 teams that we're going to see in the second round, I would imagine. Like I don't see you. Do you see anybody that's not the top 4 losing in the first round? Wait, I said that wrong. Anybody in the top 4 losing in the first round?
Who's the 4th team? Is
So it'd be
Nets, Bulls, and
Heat.
Heat could, but I feel like they don't usually blow series.
Yeah.
Like, if it was the Celtics or like old Bucks, we would think of it. The Heat usually just lose to better teams,
Yeah,
rather than blow it against worse teams. But they would probably be my least or my most likely to lose if I had to pick one from those 3.
Yeah. The thing about the Heat too is that they've been doing it without all of their guys hurt. Like Jimmy's missed a bunch of time. Bam hasn't played in like 3 weeks, and they just keep winning. It's just been cool. Like because the Eastern Conference outside of those top 4 teams, I'm like, whatever. Like there's some good stories. Cleveland's fun. Philly doing it without Simmons is fun. But like the top 4, I feel like are legit. And I think like we got to take Chicago seriously, which I can't believe.
Yeah. They're the top team in the. I was listening, Bulls fans getting so hyped to get into the season, like whatever. They're the top team, and we didn't spend a lot of time talking about Levine, but look at Levine. I mean, it's the funny thing is like the Bulls right now are essentially what people were telling us what the Celtics were for so long with like Jalen and Jason. Like, oh, we got 2 great wing players and so like a solid team around them. And I guess they did get to the conference finals in the bubble. So, but now the Bulls are that team in that space, like the maybe contender Celtics spot. Sorry, Mike.
No, it's fucking bullshit, dude. The Celtics weren't even on the rundown. We weren't supposed to talk about the Celtics at all tonight.
I'm just saying they're filling that slot.
Hey, shout out Marcus Smart one time.
Don't shut up, Marcus Smart.
Man, shout out Marcus Smart because this man was like, yo, me and Jaylen Brown, we mad close.
Oh, dude.
Just be like, yo, bro, don't trade me, please.
That was insane, man. That tweet was nuts. We're like, what? I need more I think the guy's name was Gary who tweeted that out. I need more context because, like, did somebody ask him about that, or was he just like, yeah, Jalen had a good game. We're actually like pretty good friends. Like, what's the context of that conversation?
Oh my god,
that team sucks, dude. I tweeted this out last night where they ended up winning the game, but they were down like 10 to the Magic in the 4th quarter, and I just took a screenshot of the starting 5. And Steve, do you know who Tim Frazier is?
Fuck no.
Yeah, the starting point guard for the Orlando Magic. Like the starting 5.
From Penn State.
Yeah, he's starting right now. It's this dude named Tim Frazier, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba, and Gary Harris were beating the Celtics up until it took overtime, and it took Jaylen Brown getting 50 points. Like he needed 50 in order to beat the Magic. Again, another team intentionally losing games.
Is Cole Anthony injured? Like what happened?
Yeah, Cole Anthony's injured.
But
and
the fucking the kid from Michigan is Liddy though.
Wagner?
We have 3 players that played in Michigan.
Bro, he's Liddy though. He's balling.
I like that. I like that there's 2 German brothers on the same team. 2 Wagners. I like that.
Yo, Franz is look. Mo was wavering on the league. He was like kind of like on the Wizards and not and then back he was on the Lakers and
He's on Celtics too.
Franz is nice enough that Mo is on a roster spot. Mo is getting buckets. That's how good Franz is right now.
Yeah, he's taking care of his brother.
He got him on the Thanasis contract.
I like Mo Wagner because he looks like a character from an indie version of Space Jam.
100%. 100%.
Anyways, we can't talk about the Celtics or the Magic anymore. We're talking about the Bulls.
The
Bulls are good.
Yeah, the Bulls are good, and they make the top of the East interesting. I mean, the top of the East is more interesting than the top of the West for me.
Yeah, me too.
Just because it's more varied, and I think the West is two teams realistically.
Yeah, fuck the Jazz. Sorry.
I mean, yes.
Yo, one day you're gonna meet Joe Ingles and you gonna switch that shit up, Mike. I promise you, one day you're gonna meet that man and you gonna switch the shit up.
No, like, hey, listen, Joe, I'm a huge Patty Mills fan. That's all I'm saying.
But we gotta talk about the top of the East because like we got the Bulls surging at number one. The Bucks have gotten healthy and now they're winning games. Giannis again looks amazing. And then we got the Nets. Your boy Kyrie is supposed to come back on Wednesday against Steve's favorite Pacers.
Part-time Kyrie, baby.
Indiana. I know I've been talking a lot of shit about you. I need y'all to win this one for me. Do this. Saboner, give me 30 and 9. 39 and 4 dishes. Come on. Eat them up. We can't let anti-vax win the first game back, man. We can't let that happen for real.
I don't want to come to the defense of Kyrie. That's not what I'm doing. So when this was, I think I just learned this recently, or I learned it, forgot it, and then remembered. I didn't know that so I just assumed all unvaccinated players couldn't play in New York. It's just unvaccinated players on New York teams can't play in New York. So if Kyrie was on the Celtics, he could still play the games in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a bullshit rule, right? Like,
I think it's because he's a state employee. He's a New York State employee, or like an employee in New York State, so he can't play in the venues. It's weird because but he also can't play in California, which has a different rule where I think it's everybody. It doesn't matter if you're on a team or not. It's so
weird. It's weird. Anyway, sorry. I know that's not the point of us talking about the Nets, so I apologize for doing that.
No, it's fine. It is weird, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The other thing is, they said you could take his fouls away, and he was trash. But James Harden over the last 6 games, 31, 11 assists, 10 rebounds.
He's back.
Is he back? Is he really?
I think so. I think he might be back.
I mean, he is playing 40 minutes a game, which is super wild because I guess it's COVID. But
well, yeah, right. So he was playing a ton of minutes because like KD missed, I think, a game or two with COVID protocols, and they're just like down. They're down bad, and they're in like so many close games, so they keep him out there. But he really had. I don't know. You play 40 minutes a game, you play yourself back into shape pretty quickly. I don't know.
I just want to see him do this shit when it matters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when this shit matters, James Harden be doing the dumbest shit ever. That's my man. I'm not a James Harden hater. I fuck with James Harden. He's a baller, superstar. I just pick up the buckets when it matters, bro. Because he been balling for like the last 8 years. And then when it comes playoff time, it's Brick City. Damn, just do this shit for the borough during the playoffs, please. I don't give a fuck if you throwing oops in the air and they banging on LeBron in the normal season, bro. Do that shit to Giannis in the playoffs. You did what I'm saying?
Yeah, when it matters. So right now, sorry, Justin, were you gonna say something?
No, yeah. And I think, a lot of the Harden stuff too will be true. Well, to bring up Kyrie again, I think it's gonna be like how Harden approaches it with Kyrie. Because last year, Harden straight up was I'm the point guard. I pass the ball. And I'll shoot, I'll take over when y'all on the bench. But otherwise, I'm just passing the ball to the fourth and kind of getting people open, which we know he can do. If he's just focusing on that and the team is healthy, I think you're going to see he won't be putting up these 30-point triple doubles, but will still be like a super effective player. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you take them out of the East right now?
Man, Kyrie is still so good at basketball.
No.
When they were healthy, they were very nice, but they weren't healthy last year.
Yeah,
so
they were never healthy.
It's hard to see. KD looks amazing. Harden can get there. It's like a matter of he can maintain it, but I think it's gonna be hard to compete with him. Some of their bench players haven't been. Blake Griffin doesn't exist anymore. He went back to Detroit. Blake.
Oh my God, he really did. He really did. You know who's like the best? I mean, I joked about the Patty Mills thing. That dude's been incredible this year.
Yeah.
I feel like he's shooting like 90% from three. He's just like out there. Like everybody went down, and Patty Mills was like, "Don't worry about it. I got this." Like he's been so good.
Patty Mills is like one of those players that is always on a championship team. Like he has been, but like you need that guard off the bench who's just like, yeah, I'm flaming it, and also I'm trying to win this. See, like more he wins, the more he proves himself off the bench. He can be Australia's NBA god. So
he could be what Ben Simmons was supposed to be.
Bro, they don't bang with Ben Simmons at all. It's all Patty Mills.
I feel like after we saw Patty Mills at the JJ Redick show, like we are like Patty Mills stands from here on out.
100%. He seemed like a chill ass dude.
Yeah, he did. Steve, what about you? Who you got out of the East? Like if you had to pick right now,
I'm gonna say the Nets. Say the Nets, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If they fuck up, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna put my money on the Nets. But that's not the team I would like to see in the final again. I just want to see the Bucks get a second shot. It'd be cool to see them go back to back, but I'm not too confident that they could do it back to back. But it would be cool if they did.
Though. This is early, but I think Bucks Warriors is probably what I want to see.
Yeah, I would love that.
Chef's kiss. Yeah.
Do you think if you're the Nets, you like try not to be the 1 seed? Right, because like if they don't lift the mandates, wouldn't you want to be able to play Kyrie for 4 games instead of 3 if it goes 7? Right, because he wouldn't be able to play the home games. It's weird, right? It's like weird you to think about that.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We have to see where we are. I think you want the 1 seed so you can probably face Miami, rather than having to get a second round matchup against the Bulls or what's the other team? Wow, I'm blanking hard.
The Bucks, right?
Bucks, yeah.
Dude, Jimmy Butler's gonna clip this, and this is gonna be playing on loop in the Miami Heat locker room. It's gonna be like,
and you know what?
Jay Catch from the '89 Cavs said the Nets need to make sure they face the Heat first because the Heat suck.
You know what's crazy? If Jimmy Butler and Justin met, they'll be like best friends. They both the same level of dickhead and bougie. You know what I'm saying, though? So
I mean, he's forever goated for selling that big face coffee. That's such a lovely scam.
And so, it was, and like many comedians during the pandemic, we were all trying to find one way to scam people, and so
Jesus Christ.
So just like Jimmy Butler, we get it.
Yeah.
Shout out Jim. I don't know why this made me laugh, but shout out Jim Buckets.
Yeah, Jim Buckets. I'm stealing that one. Jim Buckets is hard.
We kind of referenced this a little bit about like the random 10-day guys, but if you and Steve, you came up with this topic. I think this was fantastic. If you had a dream 10-day, since we saw like Isaiah Thomas coming out of the woodwork, Stanley Johnson all of a sudden is like the 3rd best Laker right now. Like if you had, I mean, like legit is playing like crunch time. Yeah, he's playing like crunch time, and like they're like, yeah. But if you had like a dream 10-day, like I guess like who haven't we seen that we like? Joe Johnson's back. ISO Joe's on the Celtics.
He didn't. Yeah.
He played at least 2.
They didn't re-sign him, but
he got that full 10 days. Full 10 days.
His 10-day contract was like almost $1 million. So
yeah, they were like, we're gonna try to get somebody in their 30s.
I'm not gonna lie though. I would like to see Mike Beasley. If not Mike Beasley, Tyreek Evans, because I feel like they're big dudes, versatile, and I feel like if they got a 10-day, they would at least get like 2 other team offers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think a lot of people now they're missing like players that have size and that could do a lot with these 10-day contracts. Usually you get like a fucking guard or you get like a center with no feet. Like it was great to see someone like Lance come back because he's like 6'6" and the dude can move, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like no disrespect to Isaiah, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I love Mike Beasley was actually my call, so I'm going to come up with another one while Justin goes because the Mike Beasley one is awesome. Like that dude belongs in the league just for content purposes. He is also tweeting out that he belongs in the league, which I love. Beasley?
Mike Beasley.
Oh, Mike Beasley. I thought you said Mike Beasley.
Oh no, Beasley.
I'm like straight up hurt.
Yo, that sounds like an EDM fucking festival. Beasley. What the fuck, nigga? Yo, he bugged out, bro.
And then wait, who's the second name? Oh, Tyreek Evans. Tyreek Evans is interesting, right? I feel like Beasley, we've seen go to a bunch of teams and then flame out, right? Tyreek Evans, I feel like quietly was no longer in the NBA.
Well, I feel like he got caught with roids. I feel like when he went to Memphis, he was all right. He was ass on the other teams. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
He was ass on the other teams. But on Memphis, I was like, oh shit, my man might be back. And then they was like, yo, he was juicing. And I was like, oh, that's probably why he was back, because he had some shit in him. But you know what I mean? Respectfully. But I would like to see him get another, because he's like 6'7". I'm bugging, right?
Yeah, he's big.
But he's not like I was just reading on the Sacramento Bee, but he hasn't got reinstated to the NBA yet. He's
How
still
long ago was
technically.
That shit was like what, 2018?
I think 2018, 2019. He got a 2-year ban.
Yeah. Because OJ Mayo got hit with the same shit too.
Yeah.
Wait, who got hit with that? OJ Mayo?
OJ Mayo. Yeah.
Wow. Justin, you got anybody?
I was gonna joke and say OJ Mayo. But nah, he was never that nice, dog. I'm just holding on to him because he was nice as a 15-year-old at Oak Hill.
He was litty. He was super litty.
Hey.
I'm trying to think.
You know who would be litty though? Brendan Jennings.
That's a good one.
Brendan Jennings would be official. What the fuck really happened to Brendan Jennings though? Like what happened?
He's 5'8". He's 5'8". You can't have 5'8" dudes in the NBA. I think that's what happened.
He's taller than me.
Nah, y'all fronting. How tall is Brendan Jennings? Don't fuck with me, Mike, because you be knowing all the little inside stats.
No. Brandon Jennings is small though. Like he is. Well, let's look it up.
Because if Brandon Jennings
he's listed as 6'1". He also tore his Achilles at some point. I mean, he had that good year, but it was like after that he tore his Achilles at some point and was kind of fading in and out.
I will say I don't think we've had a show right since Isaiah Thomas got his 10-day with the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And now who's he with now? You get the Hawks. Dallas. Yeah. Dude, we joked about this for like a year now, where we talked about like the thirstiest ex-NBA players, Isaiah Thomas, who's out there throwing up Twitter videos of him just like taking layups at the Y. Good for him for getting his, man. It reminds me of people who like reply to screenwriters on Twitter and are like, "Hey, you want to read my pilot?" Like that's the same energy he brought to Twitter. But it's like the screenwriter reached out and was like, "Yeah, we'll buy your pilot."
I got. You know what? Let me take it back to my watching college basketball days. Why can't we get Chris Douglas Roberts? Let's get him back in the NBA. Mm-hmm. CDR.
Yeah, I like this.
Shout out to Castec.
What about Michael Kidd Gilchrist? Where's he at? Let's get MKG.
Working at Jamba Juice. Working at Jamba Juice. That's where that nigga at.
His number was
hey, homie Simone says Jeremy Lin. That's a great call. How'd
I forget Jay? Oh, that would be fire.
I mean, the Knicks need some fucking help, right? Let's bring him back.
He would never go back though.
No, he wouldn't.
Because he's not gonna do the same shit he did a couple years ago.
No. Yeah, that's a good one. Jeremy Lin.
Dirty.
Yeah. You know what I read online though? I read the Nuggets was trying to holler at Jimmy Fredette. They're trying to holler at Jimmy Fredette, but something's wrong with his contract. I don't know if he's on the Sharks or if he's on Panthericos or some shit. But like the contract wouldn't let him dip or something. Imagine Jimmy Fredette throwing some bricks up in fucking Denver. That would be crazy, bro. What? My
You know-
high school Steve would have been like, BYU, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
They tight too, because like Jimmer's probably one of those contracts where it's like, all right, man, the dream is done. Whatever. I'm gonna just get this like guaranteed money over here and drop 30. And then you see this start happening, you're like, oh man, how the fuck I get on this contract? I'm just trying to dip my foot back in the league. They mad as hell. He's the only one that's just out there like, what the fuck? Look, I'm not no shade to Isaiah Thomas, but some dudes overseas who saw Isaiah Thomas get a contract and they hit the agent. I'm like, hey, come on.
Like, come on.
Let's look at it.
Come on. No, I agree.
I can see bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
They got me over here. They're giving this motherfucker 2 just get me one, dog. I just need one, dog.
I just saw my grandfather Joe Johnson get on the floor. Can somebody make some calls, please? I got Adam Stubbs says the Starberry's still balling in Asia. That's true. We get Starberry back. I was gonna say I want the Mavericks to go out and do like a very on brand thing and just like get all of the ex-white point guards from Duke. Just get like Greg Paulson to come back. Get like I don't even. I'm just gonna say names like
Damn,
John.
you don't even know their name. Greg Paulus?
Paulus, not Paulson.
They're gonna get Bobby Hurley.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley just get
JJ
JJ Redick comes back. Just get like a bunch of white guards, and then they have Cuban try to talk about it. That'd be great.
Yeah. It's wild too. All them dudes have jobs. Like they're all like a head coach or their assistant coach.
True.
Like 30 and have jobs. But
Yeah. Oh,
shout out to
also,
Duke.
this is a great one. Why can't we get Jamal Crawford to come out here and get some buckets?
I'm not gonna lie. I really think that shit is like ageism. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like he can still ball, but they're like, yo, he's 41. I don't want to give somebody that's 41 a contract. Fam, he dropped 50 when he was 39. Just give my son like a chunk of change and he gonna do his thing. Like, come on.
Let him go. Ooh, Jay Worley too says Jello. Let's get Leandro.
Oh, bro.
We ain't gotta. Let's not.
Nah.
we all have
real,
lines.
Yo, for real, man. For real. We need Jello in the NBA. Just because, bro, I don't know him personally. I know he was born rich. The man is handsome. That shit gotta hurt though. Yo, both of your brothers is balling. Like balling, and you at the crib doing nothing. Yo, nah, I don't give a fuck if he's on the most bullshit squad ever, bro. Like
he's the Black Cooper Manning.
That's the name of the episode, bro. Come on.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
You know what's crazy? You are not wrong, Mike. You are not wrong, man.
Oh man. Good times.
Man.
Good times.
Good
Sorry,
times.
Angelo. That's just
Hey,
an unnecessary drive-by.
he probably heard worse shit from his dad.
That's true. That's true.
Damn. Hey, before we move on,
Sorry, I love this.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Ooh, and homie says Nikola Mirotic, which is another great call.
Hey, we're just like, fuck that. Y'all ain't getting smacked. Everybody loves Bobby Portis now too. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I really want to see though? I know y'all gonna say I'm bugging. I just want to see whether it's the Bulls or the Bucks. I need one of them to be like, yo, J.R. Smith, just come get another one with us. or Golden State, yo, just come through and just throw some bricks, J.R. I know you was in college.
Yeah,
Just
that's
throw
what
some bricks.
JR's like, I can play for 2 weeks in March and then again in May. He's like, I can play during my spring break and then after the semester's over. Shout out JR too, who is acting like a college student on Instagram, where he's just like, it's like match day in his golf game, and he's just like sharing a photo, being like, big match today, and I'm like, dude, I love that energy from you, JR.
Yeah, shout out J.R. Smith, man.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
there's a lot of joke picks. There's a lot of joke picks for people.
oh man. All right, Joker Rock, who made the great comment about Jamal Crawford wearing TB12, I know is like our resident Memphis Grizzlies fan, so this is for you. Do we need to are we taking the Grizz seriously now? They're like 4th in the West. They're like 9 or 10 games above 500 right now, beating like real teams. Grizz for real?
We're not gonna try. We're not talking about Ja just outplaying LeBron.
Like multiple times now.
Yeah.
That game was incredible. So I was home for Christmas for that Grizzlies Lakers game. I watched that over the Celtics game because I was like, I hate this team. And Russell Westbrook. No, I'm sorry. It was not Russell Westbrook this time. I know I normally dunk on him. Talen Horton-Tucker, legit bad. Like, he's not good. He's not good. And like, they can say whatever they want about the Caruso situation and why they did what they did. But like, he can't shoot from three. He's not really a good playmaker. He's not a good defender, and like just got lit up in that game. Lakers are. I know that we're supposed to be talking about the Grizzlies, not the Lakers. So I don't want to say the Lakers are in trouble. The Grizz are good. The Grizz are good.
I'm gonna have a hot take of the Grizzlies.
Oh, let's go.
I think Grizzlies gonna get third place, and I think the Jazz is gonna fuck that shit up.
Fuck the Jazz
because they was first place last year. Nobody got no respect for them. Nobody give a fuck about them. And everybody named mother loved Ja because why? Because he played like Russell Westbrook, but not stupid. And now he gonna get third place, and then they're gonna get out the first round, and they're gonna give problems to the Suns. Are they gonna beat the Suns? Get the fuck out of here! They're not gonna beat the Suns, but they're gonna give them issues. I think that's gonna take Ja from right here to, you know what I mean? And I would love to see that happen because I feel like Memphis hasn't had a star in a while. You feel me? Because they had like a whole bunch of like tough players who were on a team. You dig? But this is like a star. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Memphis has ever had a star.
Nah, Paul was balling. You could say he was putting up empty buckets, but he led them to Gasol, bro.
Oh, Gasol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gasol.
But I still feel like he wasn't like he was balling and was good, but not like I guess I'm thinking the star is like also like star quality. Gasol,
then you're correct. Then you are.
He was like a very good player. He didn't become like they didn't recognize like he was that good till he was carrying Kobe to 2 championships.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
I'm sorry. That was wrong. Let's keep stay on track.
Come on.
You know what I love?
Every time to get a ring. Come on, dog. Every time your man need to make a super team, come on.
You know what I love about Ja though? Ja is like he's obviously awesome. Like he's gonna be an all-star. He's probably gonna win an MVP at some time. Like he's really, really good at basketball. But he's also like a performer a little bit. He's got some like Steph's kind of like this, where Steph is like aware of the moment, right? He's gonna like put on a show. Ja, yeah, exactly. Ja does that too. Like in that Lakers game, you could almost like see him be like, hey, LeBron, maybe the best player of all time. I'm the best player on the floor right now. And you can like see that how he carries himself. And I love that. Like, and I think everybody else feeds off of it, especially being a young team, except for fucking Steven Adams who's there. Which Steven Adams, I think is like 28.
Yeah,
he's young.
Crazy?
He's young. You feel like he's been in the league for mad long, right?
Yeah. I was like, dude, he was on the Thunder in like 95, and then he was in 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, and then like came back. But yeah, I love that team. Like that dude, Desmond Bane is like really good.
Ooh, he is balling.
Desmond Bane, who's like, yeah, I can play point guard when Ja's out. I'll shoot 40% from 3, and I'll cover LeBron. I was like, I love that dude.
I was watching Desmond Bane, like I guess it was the Suns game, the one they won with Ja. Like he had that nice like hanging layup.
Oh, yeah.
Desmond Bane was straight up. He had like 20 or something. It was like hitting. He was like 4 or 6 from 3. Then something happened. He got injured, and he was limping down court and still getting open jump shots.
Yes.
He was clearly like this. He would get in the corner, hit somebody with a move, and hit a jumper right in their face in the fourth quarter of a close game. It was just like, oh, dude feels it.
He plays how Marcus Smart feels. You know what I mean? Like he is what Marcus Smart thinks he is. Where there was this play, I think it was in the Lakers game, or maybe it was a different Grizzlies game, where he shoots a 3, he misses it. The Grizzlies get an offensive rebound, they kick it back out to him, and I think like most players don't take another 3 right away. And there was just like blind confidence where he just like immediately hit it, and then before it went in, started like trotting back a little bit, almost knowing like, oh, this is good. This is good. And I'm like, man, I love that. I like love that. But Marcus Smart does that all the time. They have like the similar build, similar style of play, but like one of them's good. But yeah, I'm in on the Grizzlies though. I'm with you. I love them as like a third team. Why We the people. This is why they hate for Marcus Smart, dude. Just
Yeah,
fucking
man,
watch
yo,
it, man.
you better pray they trade him because if you in Beantown and Marcus Smart and you on the same block, he gonna ask for a fade.
No, if I see Marcus Smart in real life, I would tell him I totally understand why you want to beat my ass. I would get it, and I'd be like, listen, you're more successful than me, both financially and probably mentally, spiritually, all those things. You're doing really well. I'm a pain in the ass. I get why you are gonna fight me, but it does not change the fact that you think you're better than you are at basketball. Wait, hold on. The Grizz though. The Grizz, yeah, Mike has more to lose. Thank you, Collins BK. No, but I'm with you. I think the Grizz are I would put them. I don't know if they passed the Jazz in the regular season, but I'd be more scared of them in the playoffs than I would be the Jazz.
Of course.
Yeah, but give me, dude. I am dying for 7 games of Warriors and Suns. I want that. I want that Western Conference.
It's gonna be a good one.
You might get it in the second round because you look.
That is disrespectful. Is a skilled Pat Bev? Marcus Smart is a skilled Pat Bev? Wowzers. That's
not fair.
That's so mean. That is
I
so
love
mean.
it. I love it because I hate both of those guys.
But also, it's not wrong though.
It's not,
It's not wrong.
but yeah, give me 7 games, man. I feel like every Suns Warriors game so far has been great, and I just want more of it.
Look, y'all shouldn't know the Jazz boys, but Rudy Gobert still holds it down. Donovan Mitchell still gives. Look, Rudy Gobert is the best defensive center, and he's probably him and Draymond are the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Donovan Mitchell's nice. They got a good team. So look, they're good. I'm not saying they're going to do anything in the playoffs, but I could see them somehow getting the second seed and kind of potentially enforcing a second round matchup of Warriors Suns.
Oh, I hope
imagine they fucked around and won the whole shit. Oh my, we would look like fucking dickheads.
Imagine?
Yeah, imagine that would be fucking nuts. That would be a 30 for 30. Imagine they fucked around and won the whole shit.
I mean, yeah. If Joe Ingles scores 20 points a game or something, that's probably.
But can I tell you why they won't do that?
Because they suck. Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Clay's back this Sunday, baby. Let's go.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Right. I think universally, he has to be the most loved NBA player, right? No one is oh shit, Clay's back.
I don't know about all that though. This man was talking reckless about him on this podcast.
Justin was?
Yeah, he was going hard. The nigga had a monologue and all that. He had the
No, he was just being corny to Rodney McGruder, who's still in the league. Shout out. Rodney McGruder's still clocking.
He is. McGruder still is in the league.
Man. Just don't ever forget you was talking crazy about Clay, man. That's my man's though. Shout out Clay.
I like Clay generally. I just thought that was cool. I am fun with that.
No, we can make fun of Rodney McGruder. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we can't make fun of Rodney McGruder. What are we doing?
Yeah. No. You know what it's like being a Pistons fan is I will die on the. I still like the Darko pick, and I will defend Rodney McGruder.
Okay.
I used to say Rodney Stuckey was going to turn into a low key Dwayne Wade. I've been lying about myself for years. I'm not going to stop.
Low key on the low, a lightweight Dwayne Wade.
I'm gonna tell you right now, no one named Rodney is ever going to be a low key Dwayne Wade. I feel comfortable saying that.
For sure.
But Clay's coming back. I'm curious. They don't need him to be Klay Thompson, which is the biggest thing. I think how he fits into the rotation will be interesting because Andrew Wiggins is having his best year as a pro. How does that affect him and his minutes and how his aggression? And I guess playing Otto Porter less is probably a good thing, but Otto Porter's balling.
Dude, Otto Porter's incredible.
He's incredible.
Dude, he really is. And he's taking crazy shots. Almost like, Steph, get the fuck out of the way. I got to cook.
Otto Porter straight up is hitting people just within 15 feet. I got it.
Yeah. He was cooking Rudy Gobert in that Jazz game where he was like getting to his spot. And then same thing, like the second it leaves his hands, he's almost like 2 points. Let's move. Like it's incredible.
He's playing like, yo, I gotta show what it is right now. Because this might be the only time this is it. Like that's how he's playing ball. I'm doing all the tricks, I'm rattling, crazy shot. You know what I mean?
This is the equivalent of in pickup when you get on a team and you're going against someone that's won like 5 in a row, and you're like, this is the only run I've got. Yeah. Like we're gonna lose this game, so I'm gonna hit them with everything I have for 12 minutes, and then I'm going home probably.
But man, I mean, again, he has been balling, but still, I'm curious. I'm curious how they'll use him because, like, he's been out for 2 years and having leg injuries. Clay already didn't have to dribble, but how much is he gonna be able to move to get open? So he's not gonna be really creating up the dribble. How much do they have to move to like get these open shots, and how much can he? Because there's still like Steph, people will still follow Steph and he'll get open shots, or Clay will pull people off of Steph, so it's like gonna open their offense in some sense. But just curious how much he can move.
I'm not worried too much about the offense. The defensive side is the thing that I'm a little nervous about because he was always their lockdown defender. But you're right. They got Wiggins now. And I think I said this over the weekend. I think if Wiggins was drafted like 8th overall, nobody shits on Wiggins. But because he's drafted 1st overall, we like dunk on him all the time. Yeah. But there's Draymond. So he's their second best defender. But he's averaging like 20 points a game. And I don't know. I mean, if you have Clay coming in and we're just like, Clay, go in the corner, shoot your threes, defend like the second or third best guy. Like, we'll ease you back in because they have Jordan Poole now too, who was like a very poor man's version of Steph and Clay, but still like a gunner, right? You've got Gary Payton II, who apparently is really good now. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna, like, if everybody just moves down a spot, all of a sudden that becomes like if Wiggins is your 5th best guy on the team, the 4th best guy. Who would their starting 5 be? It'd be Curry, Clay, Draymond. Oh, it's Looney. I'm missing like Kevon Looney. So okay. But if he's their 3rd or 4th, I don't know. They're just deep now.
Yeah, they're very deep. Like because Clay's gonna end up taking some minutes away from like, Kuminga, or Toscano Anderson. It's probably gonna be like those forward minutes, Probably less Bielitsa.
Yeah. Dude, let Bielitsa cook, man.
Hey, you can let Klay Thompson
said Mark Cuban.
Said Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban probably like, hey, let me get this.
Yeah, he's like, we gotta trade Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jalen Brunson for Nemanja Bjelica.
But yeah, I think it's gonna make them better. I think.
Yeah,
I think I can see them losing a couple of games early, like kind of reintegrates. But
it was just that Jazz game. I mean, they had no business winning that game. Like Utah was at home, they were up like 6 or 8, something like that, and no Draymond, and they still like come back and win that game. I don't know. There's just something about it. I feel like Steph doesn't get the appropriate credit, and I don't know, maybe just being a short person that can't do anything besides shoot threes. I like root for him very hard, but I feel like this could be like not his swan song because he's going to be here for a while, but like finally getting the respect he deserves. Like I think everybody knows he's good, right? Everybody knows he's like a top player, whatever, but nobody considers him great. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Well, all he needs is...
okay, go ahead.
You know me?
Yeah.
All he needs is the final MVP. If he get that final MVP, he'll be valid. That's the shit people always talk about. Oh, my son garbage in the finals, throwing bricks, this, that, and the third. If he wins against the final MVP, everybody gonna be sucking his dick. Oh, you gotta put my son next to Jordan and LeBron. That's what the shit that gets me hot about basketball. They would talk fucking reckless. Remember how reckless they was talking about LeBron? Then 2 years later, my son called up Chris Bosh and wait, is my son better than Jordan? Nigga, what? How did we get there, bro? In a span of 3 years? Like, come on, dog. Like, shit is crazy.
I do wonder. Oh, so good.
I was just say I agree, but to that point, I was just saying, yeah, he gets that final MVP, that 4th championship.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Isaiah Thomas, like you're not. I don't know.
I do think
sacrilege because Isaiah put buckets on everybody's head in that from the 80s and 90s. But
I mean, and you're saying if he does that this year, knowing that he still has probably like 2 or 3 more years of peak Steph, and then like as long as he wants to just shoot threes, right? Like I mean, I don't think it's wild to think that he ends up being like a top 10 player of all time.
yeah, I think he will get moved up, even like if he just continues on his path. Maybe even if they don't never win another finals, they just come compete.
Yeah,
Time will move him up because he's changed. He's very good, and he also changed the game.
yeah.
And I think that'll start affecting how we think about him going forward. When we see we see more Steph Combs, but now as the game changes, I think it'll move him up. Because like if you told me Steph was top 10 right now, I would have to like think like who would come out, but that doesn't sound crazy. Like
No.
that doesn't sound crazy. That it could be a top 10 player.
No, I'm with you. It's just a shame he's probably going to finish second in MVP voting behind Jokic. I mean, I just think I think Jokic is running it back. Dude, I mean Steph's going to win it, but Jokic is putting up insane numbers right now.
Bro, you know,
fuck Jokic.
No,
Fuck Jokic. Just because of you, Mike. Fuck Jokic. Got some bullshit MVP award. Was bullshit ass team.
Bullshit MVP.
Bullshit ass MVP award. Bullshit ass team. Fuck Jokic.
No.
With that bullshit.
Dude,
Fuck Jokic.
Jokic right now is playing with the 3 of us in like another Brooklyn comedian. That's his starting 5. His Facundo Campazzo right now is in the starting 5.
And then he gonna get the fucking anti-vax and my son from Canada that makes songs with Drake, and he's still gonna take a fucking L. Fuck Jokic. I'm tired of hearing about this motherfucker because he can pass it, he can post up, and he's funny. Fuck Jokic. I'm tired of this shit. Tired of him being top 3 at MVP. I'm tired of this shit. I'm being dead ass serious. Fuck Jokic. It's Steph, Giannis, and my son fucking DeMar. Fuck Jokic.
No
Dead
KD?
Yeah, we'll put KD. Put KD over fucking Jokic's bitch ass. Fuck Jokic. Dead serious. Y'all get me hot. Oh my God, he's so skilled. Man, fuck him. Dead ass. And you can see this shit. You can clip it. You can send it to him. I don't care. Fuck him and his brother. Dead ass.
The Jokic brothers are going to be following you on Twitter.
Yeah, follow me in Miami. I'll be in South Beach taking shots at Casamigos with Tyler Hero and Jack Harlow. Find me.
Hey, look, the last time they got into it with like Miami, you looked up to that place that they were at. It's a very Eastern European spot. They're not going to be at the spots you at, Steve.
Oh man,
hell yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Hell yeah,
the Jokic is not moving at a spot where you know stuff is on the menu. You don't know what stuff is on that menu.
I will say before we get out of here, I watched because we couldn't go out for New Year's. I watched Pete Davidson and Miley Cyrus's thing, and Jack Harlow came out, and I know I texted this to you guys, and then I think I used that as like a buffer before I tweeted it out, but it was real Little Dicky vibes. I don't think I'd ever seen Jack Harlow before. And I was like thrown by it. I was like, someone was singing. I was like, when's Jack Harlow coming out? And I had to Google it and I was like, oh, this is Jack Harlow.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna come clean. And this person that I'm about to say this, they're gonna be very upset. If you listen to my best friend's music, Bert Knox, he sounds exactly like Jack Harlow. So every time I see Jack Harlow, I automatically think of my best friend who is not Caucasian. But if I was a white person and I didn't listen to rap that much and I seen a white person with curly hair, I would have been like, oh yeah, this guy's on the same shit as Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
But he raps exactly like my friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think he sounds like Lil Dicky. He does not. But like when he came out in a sweater in his curls.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, this is like Lil Dicky on a job interview. That's what that felt like. He didn't sound like
Yo, Mike be cutting people on the low. Like I know in high school you had to get the clips ready if they made fun of you, bro.
No, I was such a softie in high school. I was student body president. I was trying to make everybody feel nice. I had like frosted tips and shit. So I didn't. Yeah. I had to get dumped in my late 20s before I became a dickhead.
Yo, hold on. I gotta show something real quick for Mike. This won't work.
If it's
anyone
fucking
else
Marcus
is-
Smart, I'm gonna be furious.
It's not. It's not. Share screen.
I'm
To
sure
get the
it's-
Chrome tab. Let's go. Look at this. Look at this aggressive defense by Jack Harlow. Look at that.
The hustle is not stopped.
Look at the box out. Look at the box out. 15 feet from the rim.
Yeah, Jack's deep.
Hold on, look at that screen.
The floater.
I scrolled through this whole thing looking for one highlight of him doing anything else. And there's none.
I gotta tell you, man, it is so hard to look cool in those things.
Look at what? Look at this. Look at this.
See what was down there though. Okay.
Giving him a
Oh,
lot
this
of
big
space.
old jumper is terrible.
He was
There
in
you
Oklahoma.
go.
Interesting
Look at
step.
that. Look at that.
Hey, that's the trophy room. He dropped.
Step back.
God damn.
That's the matchup.
Big time block.
That's the
Oh,
matchup.
the celebratory block.
Wave up, pulls.
Getting out there.
That's 2 Chainz?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember when this happened at the
Pull
All-Star
up, though.
game?
Oh, going with it. Off the bank.
They're true. I
Has
truly
the
thought I could find
dribbles in his
a Jack Harlow highlight,
okay.
and there are none.
I wasn't expecting the pull-up package.
You know what this means? Hold on. You know what this means? All right, fans, we're gonna need your help. We need us to get so popping that Mike Z plays Jack Harlow one-on-one in basketball. I just want you to know, Mike, he is 6'3", but that don't matter.
No,
That
yes
don't
it
matter.
does. Yes it does.
No, it doesn't, because I beat my friend David Bell, who's 6'3", one-on-one. So that means you can
And
beat
David
him.
Bell was built like an athlete.
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Bell, like when we were shooting your music video and he was just like casually jumping up, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I wish and Justin was doing that too, but after like a few minutes, Justin was in pain.
and to any of the fans that think I'm lying, we could get David as a guest, and he'll be like, "Yeah, Steve bust my ass a couple times."
Yeah, let's get David on it. Wait, David's been on here before, right? He's in here, our Washington correspondent.
Yeah, he came in chaotic.
Buying a bodega sandwich. Tell my man David, bro.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, shout out to
that's
David.
crazy.
Real quick before we leave, I'm just saying, like Jack Harlow can't hoop though.
No,
If you watch that game, he can't hoop, which doesn't make sense to me, dog. He's 6'3". He's a white dude from Kentucky who raps. It feels like he had all the cultural things to give him basketball and skills.
Yep.
And
Right
I'm-
place, right time, right size.
Like Jack Harlow should have had a J. Cole story where he's like, "Man, I could have been at St. John's. You know, I was a walk-on, blah blah blah." None of that.
Jack Harlow is playing in NBA Africa next year.
Yo, what's poppin'? Brand new team just hopped in.
We can't say anything else after that. That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, Steve, get us out of here.
Hey,
Get us outta here.
man. It was the 89 Cast, the best basketball podcast in the goddamn world. This is Justin. That's Mike. May all your jump shots be wet like water. You feel me?
We out.